Welcome everyone. So what we're going to draft is the basic bodice. And I've drawn my border lines. That's my on my left hand side, my right hand side, and the top. So I've gone ahead to draw my bust line. Then this is my under bust from my front. This is my front, and this I have here is my back. So this is my bust line, like I said earlier. My under bust. This is my waistline. I'll just write BW. That's the waistline for the back. And FW, that's the front waist for the front, and then my hip line for my front or the back. I mean, that's a BH and then FH for the front hip. So the reason why the waist for the front and the back is different is because if you measure from your shoulder to your waist, that's for the front, and then from your shoulder to your waist at the back, that's your outline. There is always a difference. Okay, so and my own is 1.5 difference. So you may have 1 inches or 2 inches depending on your body measurements. So let's go ahead to start. So this top margin here is my shoulder line. My shoulder line. So what I want to do right now, like I told you earlier, I've gotten my bust line. I'm starting from I'll start with the front first before I go to the back and start from the back. So for the front here, I've drawn my bust line, the under bust line. So I'll go ahead to draw my chest line. I want to draw my chest line so I can connect it down to my back measurement, my back bodice. So now to get my chest line, so this is the measurements I will do to get chest line. So I will say bust divided by 6 divided by 3, sorry, plus 3. Bust divided by 6 plus 3 will give you your chest line. That is if you want to come down for the slope of 1.5. I'll explain better. This is for 1.5. Now, for 1 inch slope, you will say bust divided by 6 plus 2.5. So you know how we come down from from your chest, from your shoulder line, come down because your shoulders they are not straight, they're a little bit slanted. So depending on how people have different form of shoulder. Some people have deeper slope, some people have slight slope. So for me, I have like a little bit of deeper slope. So mine I'll be using 1.5. So my own bust will be bust divided by 6 plus 3 to give me my own. So mine is 10. So I got 10, 10. So I'll mark 10 from my shoulder line to here. This will now be my across. So I'll do this across. So our back, we would draw our back neck and also connect the armhole. So from the back, from our start here, we come in by 3 inches, 3 inches, and come down by 1 inch, and come down by 1 inch. Oops. So you come down by 1 inch. So this is 3 inches and 1 inch. My shoulder is 16. 16 divided by 2, that is 8. So I'll just use this 8. Shoulder is 8 divided by 2. My shoulder is 16 divided by 2, that's 8. So I've marked 8, so I'll come down by 1.5. And I will draw my slope. Then I'll just draw it down, straight down. Just draw straight down. Then from this to this, from this place, from the slope to the chest line, you find the midpoint. Find the midpoint and go in by half an inch. Going by half an inch. So what I will do, I will get my cuff part and connect this to the chest line. Connect the three lines together, the three dots together. So from here, okay, connect it together. Connect it together. So what I will do, you can bring this. I wanted to my armhole of my back. The next thing is to place my round bust measurements and my hip measurements. So for the back measurements, so my back measurements, my bust is 41.5. 41.5 divided by 4, that will give me 10.375. And 10.375, I'm going to add a seam allowance. That's because your body needs ease. I'm going to add an ease of 0.5. That's an ease of 0.5, I mean. So this is 0.5, that will give me 10.875. And that 10.875, that is here. That is 7 over 10.7 over 8. This. So what I'll do from here, as you can see, place my here. This is it. Okay. Then next is our hips. So our hip, for my hip, for my hip, the hip is, if the difference, that's the hip minus the bust, is greater than 2, then is equals to 0.5 is. But if the difference of your hip minus your bust is less than 2, is 1 inch. If the difference between your hip and your bust is greater than 2, is 0.5 is you will give. If the difference between your hip and your bust is less than 2, you will give 1 inch. Okay? So, and that will give me, 12.125. That's 12 1 over 8. 12 1 over 8. Let me close it out. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh, wait, can you be open? So is 1 over 8. So what I'm going to do here, so don't forget this one is 0.5 I left, and also here 0.5 for the hip. If your hip difference minus your bust is more than 2 inches, then it's 0.5. If it's less than 2, is 1. So mine is 12. So what I will just do is to connect this with a broken line. Is to connect with a broken line. So on the so on my pattern on the waistline, I'll come in by 1 inch. The reason why I'm coming in by 1 inch is to reduce zip bulging. You can come in by half an inch, anyone, but I would like to come in by 1 inch. And then you connect the dot straight up to the neck region and also to the hip region. So now let's draw our darts. So my nipple to nipple measurement, or you call it a bust span. So the next thing is our nipple to nipple measurement. That's the bust span. So mine is 9 inches. So 9 divided by 2, that will give us 4.5. And that's what we're going to do here. So don't, please listen. I will start the 4.5 from this plate, like this now. It's no longer included. So I'll start here. This is 4.5. And then this is 4.5. And then mark it. So what you're going to do is just draw a straight line. But I'm just trying to make it equal. I want to make it equal. Now here is 4.5. I'm just trying my best to make it equal. So now go ahead to draw. So for now, let's now go to the front. Like I said earlier, the bust, my bust measurement is 10.375, but I'm going to add 1 inch to the 10.375, which will give me 11.375. That is 11 3 over 8. 11, that is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 over 8. Don't forget, for the back, we added 0.5 to the bust measurements, which gave us close to 7 over 8, as you can see. But yeah, so the back, for the front, it is 11 3 over 8. So the next thing is for the hip. For the hip, what I did for the back, I'll do it for the front also, and which is 12.125. That is 12 1 over 8. So what I will do is to connect with a broken line. My my nipple to nipple is my nipple to nipple is 9 divided by 2. That's 4.5. That is 4.5, and I would mark it. So I will connect it straight down. Next thing we are going to do is for the waist. Okay, it's for the waist. So please, I'll come up here by 2 inches. That's from the um, from the hip. I'll come up by 2 inches. Then from my bust line, I'll come down by 1.5 inch. I'll come down by 1.5 inch. So we're going to do the same thing for the back. You come up on the hip line, come up by 2 inches. So now the next thing is what? The sharing of waist. The waist that. So let me get my book ready because we have calculation to do. So first thing first, I'm going to measure what I have on my waist measurements. Okay. So starting from this point, I'll be measuring what I have on my back. So for the front, my actual waist pattern. For the back, I'm having 10, that's plus 3 over 8. That will give me equals to, that's 10.375. For the front, let's calculate what we have for the front. I've measured both my front and back waist, which is, and I'm so my for my back I got 10.375. For my front I got 11.75. And then I added the both of them, which will give me 22.125. That's 22 1 over 8. So what I'll do, my body waist measurement is 33. Now I'll divide it by 2, which will give me 16.5. Now I'm going to subtract what I got on the pattern minus my actual body waist measurement. So 22.125 minus 16.5 will give me 5.625. So this is the excess. This is the excess that I'm going to share between my front pattern and my back pattern. So now I will have to divide it by 2, which is 2.8125. So this 2.8125, I'll share it from my front and my back pattern. Okay. So from here, I'll just from here 2.8. So I'll just tick here because we'll do it for the back too. Just want to make sure it's on. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. So what I will do from my chest line, I'll connect it to the waist. Connect it to the waist. Okay. And then I'll connect it to my hip measurements. Okay. So next thing, okay, for the front, I'll do the same thing what I did here, but similar difference. So my here for my neck, the neck width is 3 inches. Come down by 1 inch, and then connect. Then my shoulder is 8, 16. 16 divided by 2, that's 8. So mark 8. So mark 8. Come down by 1.5. And then connect. So whatever I have here, I will divide it into 2. And go in by 0.75. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go in by 0.75. Then I'll connect. Okay. So, like I said earlier, for the waist, first of all, you take the measurement from your front waist from here to here, the back from this border broken line to this. They started from this bulge waist, came in. Then once you are done, you add the 2 measurements together, subtract it from your actual body measurement. Your body measurement, mine is 33, 30 divided by 2, that is 16.5. So from what I got here, minus the 16.5, then I marked it here, then minus 16.5. The value I got, I divided it by, let me show you again. So recap, my actual waist pattern, you add the front and the back. Then once you've added the front and the back, now my own body waist measurement, 30 divided by 2, that's 16.5. Then you will now subtract it from what you got on the pattern. So what I got on the pattern was 2.125. I minus it by 16.5, which gave me 5.625. And this side for 625, what I'm going to use to share between the front and the back. And now what, because of that, I have to divide it by 2 to give me 2.8. And I use 2.8. You can do close to 3. I will not advise you to approximate it, but just give me something close to 3. Then I'll share it between my front and my back pattern. So what I want to do now is to what? Create my dart measurements. So for my dart measurements, I will now measure again what I have. I'm having 8 points. What I'm having here is close to 9 over 8. And for the back, I'm having 8.3 over 8. So I'm having 8.875 plus 8.375. So that will give me.
I'm so sorry. I just realized that my audio wasn't functioning well at this point. But I did a recap of what I did here and I explained it bit by bit for you to understand, okay?
First of all, you measure from here to here. You measure from here to here. And then whatever you get here, you minus it by your actual body waist measurements. So if your body, my own body weight measure 33, 33 divided by 2, that will give me 16.5. So 16.5 I'm meant to have for the total waist measurement on my pattern. So whatever, I'll measure what I have on my pattern, then minus it by the 16.5. Then when I'm done, so when I'm done, and I drew my darts legs to the hip and to the hip. So this is our basic bodice. Let me recap again. Like I said earlier, before I drew my darts, that for my front and my back darts, before I drew the darts, I first of all measured what I have on the pattern paper again. Remember we measured it before, and after waist shaping, we'll measure it again. So I measured again after waist shaping for the first one. The second waist shaping, I measured again. So the front I got 8.78, back I got 83 over 8. That's so 8.875 for the front, for the back 8.375. Total was 17.25. This 16.5 is my body, my actual body waist measurement. That is my total is 33. 33 divided by 2 will give me 16.5. So this was what I got on my own body measurement, and this is what I got on the pattern. So what I got on the pattern minus this gave me this. So this 0.75 you are seeing here, sorry, this 0.75 that you are seeing here, I divided it by 5. You divide it by 5, which gave me 0.15. Then for my front dart, I said, okay, so for my front dart and my back dart, I'm going to share it in a way that the front will have more and the back will have less. Now the reason why is because our tummy has, fat and has more volume in front than our back. Our back is a little bit slanted, and why our tummy, we know we have tummy and fat. So I will give more to the front dart and less of the ease to the back. So now whatever I got here, I multiply it by 3 for my front, which gave me 0.45. Then whatever I got from this thing divided by 5, from what I got here, I will now times it by 2, which gave me 0.3. So this my front dart. This one I got from here is my 0.15. I multiplied it by 3, which gave me 0.45. And that 0.45, I will now share it equally for my dart for my front. Do you understand? And then for the back, this same 0.15 that I got here, I'll multiply it by 2, which gave me 0.3. And if it is 0.3, I will share it equally for the back. That's why you can see this front has wider darts and this one has lesser darts. And that is it for this tutorial. This is our basic bodice. This gives good contouring, everything. It gives you from here, you can start whatever you want to start. This is so you can start whatever you want to do. But this is our basic bodies. Thank you for watching, and I'm really grateful. If you really like this tutorial, please subscribe and like and share to people that really want to learn how to draw. Thank you very much. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much. God bless you.